So you loaded up a new Minecraft world, punched a tree, got some iron, and you finally saved up enough diamonds to make full diamond armor. But when you're in battle, you seem to realize you're still being defeated by the other mobs, and you're really confused. This is because you need enchantments. What are enchantments? Enchantments, simply put, are just power-ups for your weapons, tools, and armors that make them stronger, more efficient, and even more durable. And sometimes they're not even that hard to find. All you need is to look around for a really long time, in mineshafts, temples, and even fishing. You can also set up trading halls with a couple villagers and trade with them. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you what enchantments you need to make fully maxed out armor. So let's get into it. And here we are. This is our fully maxed out pro armor. Now, if you want to know what the enchantments are, they're right in this chest. Here we go. So on our helmet, we've got Mending, Respiration 3, Unbreaking 3, Protection 4, Thorns 3, and Aqua Affinity. Don't worry, if you don't understand what some of these do, I'll get into that later, and you shouldn't have too much trouble understanding why you need these. Now on our chest plate, which arguably is the most important part as it probably takes all the damage, as you can see, let's put on this armor real quick. If we go into survival mode, just putting the boots on gives us 1.5 points, or I think it's actually 3 points, but if we put on our chest plate, look, it gives us 4, well that'd be 8 because each half is 1 point. But anyway, let's go back into creative mode. Let's put this back in our chest. And on our chest plate, we've got Thorns 3, Unbreaking 3, Protection 4, and Mending. Not that much enchantments compared to this one. And our pants or leggings are basically the same, but instead we've got 5 protection on it. Now you might be wondering why we have 5 protection on it. I'll just keep it short and simple, but I will get onto that later. It basically gives you the same amount of protection as Protection 4 on all your armor, plus you get a tiny bit of 5 protection. And finally, our boots, we've got Soul Speed 3, Depth Strider 3, Protection 4, Mending, Feather Falling 4, Unbreaking 3, and Thorns 3. Now the boots have quite a lot of enchantments on them, so if you want to know why we're putting these on here, what they're doing, I'll get into that right now. And now that that's out of the way, if you already know what you're doing, you can close this video, go find that enchantments, and put them on your armor. But if you don't know what you're doing yet, and you don't know why you need these enchantments, let's begin with that. But also, if you're enjoying the video so far, and you find it interesting, please consider liking the video. I know lots of YouTubers say this, but it really does help me out. It lets other people see this, so it's basically doing a favor to other Minecraft people. It's not just doing a favor to me, it's letting other people see these videos, and they know how to get fully maxed out armor as well. And see this graph? This graph shows that only 0.5% of people will get fully enchanted armor. So if you want it, you have to subscribe. So now we can finally begin talking about why we're putting these enchantments on our armor, what they do, and do you need them. Now I showed you that our leggings had 5 protection on them, as you can see, instead of Protection 4 on all the other pieces of armor, as you can see. And the reason why we've done that is because apparently if you add 3 normal sets of Protection 4 armor, and then you added a Protection 4 fire Protection 4 armor, you would get the same amount of protection with 4 pieces of Protection 4 armor, plus you get a tiny bit extra of 5 protection. That's why this is such a needed thing. And you don't have to use 5 protection. I've just used 5 protection because I think it's the best thing to use for day-to-day use. But if you are using TNT a lot, or you're killing creepers, or maybe you're trying to kill some skeletons, then you could change it to blast protection or projectile protection. If you want more information on this YouTuber here, I don't know how to say their name. Is it Row11N or Rodden? But I'm just not saying it right. This person has made a really detailed video on exactly this, about which protection enchantment's the best. So I'll leave the link in the description below. You should definitely watch it. It's a really good video. But now, let's move on to Unbreaking. So Unbreaking is also a really simple one. It's literally in the name. It's Unbreaking, except it will eventually break. Basically, it gives more life into your armor, so you can use it more without having to fix it in an anvil, or use Mending, which is the next enchantment we'll talk about. Mending is not that new. It came out not long ago, but it's been out for a bit now. And mending is literally a must-have on everything. It helps you so much. Since what used to happen was if you got like a piece of armor, let's say let's just get something out of here. Let's say, I don't know, iron chest plate. Let's get an iron chest plate. We'd need 2 of these. Let's say we've been wearing this one for a really long time. We've been killing mobs. We've been doing stuff outside. I don't know, like punching trees. I guess I don't know how to show that the iron chest plate's losing durability because it's going to take a while. But basically, once our chest plate or whatever armor we're using, or even like swords, has depleted its durability, what we had to do is go inside, get an anvil, put it down, and what we could do, we grab this armor, we'd have to put it in here. And as you can see, because it is full, it's not going to do anything. But if it did have some durability loss, then it would make us use XP. Plus, it would be putting it through the anvil. So if it wasn't even fully enchanted, it would make the amount of levels you needed way higher, which is a really bad thing. But now that we have mending, any XP that you get while you're wearing the armor, or if it's on tools, that XP will go to your durability and heal your tools or your armor, and it stops the need for you having to use an anvil or grindstone. Now also keep in mind that mending only heals items that are in your hand or that you're wearing. So even if they're in both of your hands, like let's get 2 swords, one here, one here. If we put one in our offhand and one here, it will heal both of them because we have them in our hands, or if they are in our armor, including like shields. So if there was a shield in this slot, it would also be affected with mending, as long as it's on the shield. Everything needs to have mending on it to work. Now, Thorns. Now, not many people like Thorns. I'm not sure why. Many people think it's unnecessary. But honestly, do they even know what Thorns does? It's literally your armor fighting mobs for you. I can use this as an example. I'm gonna quickly get like this diamond chestplate. Actually, I'm gonna get all this armor. Let's go in survival mode. As you can see, there is Thorns 3 on every single piece of this armor. Now, once we go outside, let's actually make it nighttime as well. What's gonna happen, if we can find a zombie, and our armor is gonna attack it for us. It's here, it wants my guts. It's being attacked. It's literally being attacked. And look at my health. It's not even going down. This guy's gonna die to my armor. As you can see, I'm not doing anything. It just died. That shows you how important Thorns 3 is. And yes, Thorns 3 probably couldn't kill the Ender Dragon or the Wither, but it's good for any sneak up attacks from skeletons, zombies, maybe not creepers, but that's where like blast protection comes in. And I just made a hole in my wall, but that just proves how good Thorns is. So if you can get your hands on it, it might be pretty expensive when you try to get it from villagers, but if you can get your hands on some Thorns books, it is a must-have on your armor. Respiration is pretty neat if you want to spend a lot of time under the water, mainly because it lets you breathe underwater for a lot longer. Another water enchantment is Aqua Affinity. It isn't much, but it lets you mine under the water slightly faster, usually around the same speed as normal blocks. Like, let's say if we were in survival mode, if this block was under the water, it should take the same amount of time it's taking me to break this block right now. Soul Speed. Now, Soul Speed is a pretty new one, but it is really good. It's basically also in the name, Soul Speed. Added in the newest Minecraft update, 1.16, gives you the ability to walk faster on soul sand. A lot faster. I'm talking more than double your normal running speed on normal floors. Like, who needs that? But is it necessary? I'm not sure. Honestly, I try to get a soul speed 1 or 2 because that's more normal speed, like running around here instead. As you can see, this is more normal. I'd rather be running at this speed on soul sand in the nether. But yes, if you want maxed armor, you do need this. Depth Stride is actually really helpful as well if you travel around constantly, because it lets you swim in water at basically the same speed that you run. It's basically like soul speed, but water speed. And finally, feather falling. One of my favorites. Not my favorite, but one of my favorites. Do you know how many times it saved me from dying in Minecraft? So many times. You can easily survive at least 30 blocks with this enchantment. And even more, maybe 100 even. If you have some enchanted golden apples. I'm not sure about golden apples, but definitely enchanted golden apples and feather falling 4. You could probably survive 100 blocks. And that's about it. Now there's only one thing left to do. We need to turn it into netherite. Let's go. Go up to our smithing table that was definitely here the entire time. Boom. 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 And lucky last diamond helmet. Oh wait, put it on, put it on, put it on. There we go. And that's about it, folks. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It definitely would have helped me out if this video was out when I was trying to figure out how to get fully maxed out armor. And if you did enjoy it, like I said before, please like the video. Not only does it help me out, but it helps other people find this video and figure out how to get fully pro armor as well. And oh, look at the graph. Now it says 99% of you have fully maxed out armor. Thanks. If you want to make it 100%, make sure to subscribe. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.
What?